Larry Bird wasn't just great, he was disrespectfully great. A walking encyclopedia of humiliation armed with a jumper so clean it could shatter hearts, ankles, egos, and defensive schemes all in one motion. He didn't just take over games, he owned them. Every possession was a chess match, except Larry was 3 moves ahead while everyone else was still trying to learn the rules. That he'd drain game winners off one leg, drop 40 points using his offhand, and throw no-look passes before no-look passes were even cool. He didn't just outscore you, he outsmarted you, outworked you, and made sure you knew it was coming. And when the moment of truth arrived, he'd call his shot and make you watch it happen in real time. Trash talk wasn't just part of his game, it was his art form. But Bird's version wasn't mere talk, it was prophecy. He'd tell you how, where, and when you'd lose, then go out and make it happen so effortlessly you almost felt like you were in on the plan. This isn't just a highlight reel, it's a masterclass in calculated chaos. Larry didn't play to entertain, he played to dominate. He made defenders question their confidence, coaches doubt their scouting reports, and fans swing between awe and disbelief. These were the plays that made teammates shake their heads, opponents curse under their breath, and even future Hall of Famers admit there was nothing they could do. The game winners, the trick shots, the steals, the plays so sharp and so disrespectful you almost felt bad for whoever was on the other end. So buckle up, this is Larry Bird at his cockiest, craftiest, and coldest. Bird wasn't known for highlight dunks or gravity-defying rebounds. He was known for outworking everyone on the floor. This play didn't start flashy. It wasn't drawn up for drama. It started like 100 others. Bird gets a look, lets it fly, and misses. Happens to the best. But what came next? That's what made Larry different.
I think it took me probably 3 days after a rookie camp. I found out that, hey, this league is nothing. I can play in this league and I will dominate this.
No hesitation. No sulking. Just pure instinct. He follows his own miss, crashes the lane through traffic, snatches the rebound, and flips it back in before anyone even realizes the shot didn't fall. It's not flashy. It's not one of those clips you see on every Bird highlight reel, but it should be. Because this play wasn't about talent. It was about will. The need to make it right, to finish what he started, no matter how many steps it took. Bird didn't live off miracle shots. He earned points most guys gave up on. This was a scorer cleaning up his own mess and making the defense pay double for letting him slip by. And the best part? He didn't say a word. No flex. No smirk. Just a quiet jog back on defense, like that's exactly how it was drawn up. Because for Bird, it was never about the highlight. It was about the habit. Do the work. Finish the job. Make sure they remember you did it. Every single time. Fast breaks are supposed to be simple. A race to the rim, maybe a dunk, maybe a foul. Straightforward basketball. But Larry Bird never did straightforward. He was alone on the break, nobody in front. Most players would have taken it all the way easy too. Not Bird. He was wired differently, wired for style with spite. As he brought the ball up, defenders scrambled behind him. You could feel the crowd lean in, waiting for something ordinary. Instead he stopped on a dime. Pulled up. Mid-range jumper, smooth as glass. Swish. No one even close. He turned a routine fast break into a statement piece. A spinning mid-range dagger that said, I don't need the rim. I don't need pressure. I just need the ball. That was Larry. While others chased points, he chased perfection. Rhythm, confidence, and just enough flair to remind the trailing defender he was never catching up anyway. Some players rise to the occasion. Larry Bird created occasions. He got so used to dominating normally that he had to invent new challenges just to keep it interesting. Like that one road game, weaker opponent, nothing special. Before tip-off, Bird told his teammates he was playing the whole game left-handed. Not because he was hurt. Not because of strategy. But as he put it, I'm saving my right hand for the Lakers. And the wildest part? He wasn't joking. He dropped 20 plus that night, floaters, layups, hooks, all with the offhand. But when the game got tight, when the moment called for something real, Larry did what he always did best. He flipped the switch.
Austin would like to cut this to a one-point game. 7 minutes left. Larry Bird follows his own shot.
Clock winding down. Game on the line. He pulls up, smooth, steady, certain, and buries it. No hesitation. No switch of hands. Just another bucket. Another flex. Another reminder that Larry Bird didn't need to prove anything. He just did whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. This wasn't a circus shot. It wasn't some novelty. It was Larry Bird forcing overtime because he felt like it. Because he could. The tension in the arena was electric. You could feel it hanging in the air. Everyone knew where the ball was going. The crowd knew. The bench knew. The Suns knew. But knowing it and stopping it were two entirely different things. Larry brought the ball up with that trademark calm, that almost bored expression that didn't say, "Give me the ball," or "I'm about to take over." It said something quieter. Something deadlier. "This is over." He didn't rush. Didn't call for an isolation. Just drifted into position like it was business as usual. The clock ticked. The crowd held its breath. And then, with one smooth motion, Larry did something that didn't just silence the arena. It redefined the moment.
Larry Bird with 3 seconds left.
One leg. Defender right in his face. Still, splash. He didn't fall. Didn't flail. Didn't need a celebration. Just turned and walked away, already knowing it was good the moment it left his hand. That wasn't just a game winner, that was a message. Larry Bird didn't need balance. He didn't need space. He didn't even need both feet under him. All he needed was the ball, the moment, and a chance to disrespect you before the buzzer sounded. And Phoenix? They weren't just the victims of a clutch shot. They were extras, background characters in a Larry Bird masterpiece. The final seconds of a quarter don't always feel like they matter, unless Larry Bird had the ball. That's when defenders got tense, when benches rose, when crowds braced for the inevitable. Because Bird didn't treat the end of the clock like desperation time. He treated it like his time, an opportunity to remind everyone who was really in control. The Celtics set up for the final shot. The building was on its feet. The defense did everything right. Switches, rotations, hands up, no easy looks. But with Larry, perfect defense never really existed. All it took was one slip. One late breath. One heartbeat too slow that if Bird saw even a sliver of daylight, that was all he needed. What came next wasn't textbook, but Larry Bird never cared about textbooks. He rewrote them.
Max looking, loops it to Bird, a runner. It's gone!
He's off balance, drifting sideways. The defenders draped all over him. And it doesn't matter that he rises, releases, and as the buzzer sounds, the ball drops clean through the net. No celebration. No emotion. Just another shot from a man who never needed to prove he was clutch. He just was. Then comes the walk, that cold, casual stroll back to the bench like what he just did wasn't absurd. Because for Larry Bird, it wasn't. It was expected. You can play perfect defense. You can contest without fouling. You can force him into what looks like a low percentage heave. But those were the shots that belonged to Bird. The awkward ones. The tilted ones. The impossible ones. That lean? That off-balance launch? That wasn't a mistake. That was the shot. Most players spend their whole careers chasing textbook form, squared shoulders, set feet, balanced release. Bird respected all that. He just didn't feel bound by it. Sometimes, the rhythm of the game didn't wait for perfection, and neither did he. Final possession. Everyone in the building knows who's getting the ball. The defender stays glued to him, fighting through every screen, refusing to blink. But when Larry finally breaks free, he's not hunting for space. He's already moving. No time to stop. No time to gather. Just Bird, the ball, and instinct.
Gets the double team in half court. They find Bird. He's going to have to put it up. He does, and hits at the buzzer.
He rises on one leg, leans mid-stride, and lets it fly from deep. Not just another bucket. A game winner with no balance, no rhythm, just pure confidence and touch. And here's the thing, it wasn't luck. He didn't throw up a prayer. He chose that shot. Because Larry Bird wasn't wondering, is this the right look? He was thinking, this'll look good on the highlight reel. That's what made him dangerous. Most players tried to create perfect moments. Bird created chaos, and made it beautiful that he didn't need to break ankles to get by you. He just needed a thought. One fake. One nod. One split second of hesitation, and you were done. By the time you reacted, he was already in the air, already releasing, already sealing your fate. This play started simple. Bird on the wing. One defender squared up. Another shading over for help. Nothing flashy. Nothing frantic. Until it was too late. Because when Larry had you guessing, the play was already over.
Inbound as the fans are on their feet. Larry Bird shakes free. Three-pointer, got it!
Bird with 8 seconds. Bird on the drive. The runner, good again. You're watching greatness in real time. A performance so smooth it almost feels scripted. One jab sends the first defender stumbling. The second barely has time to recover before Bird's already up, already releasing. Smooth. Clean. Automatic.no wasted motion. No panic. Just patience. Bird never rushed a play, he owned it. He dictated the pace, made you react, and punished you for every twitch, every hesitation, every wrong read. He didn't need to stare you down afterward. He didn't need theatrics. The shot falling through the net was the statement. Everything after that was just noise. Larry Bird in the post was like a surgeon in an operating room, calm, precise, and absolutely ruthless. You could send help. Most teams did. It didn't matter. This one starts simple. Bird catches on the block. 2 defenders collapse instantly. The scouting report says, force the pass. Trap the baseline. Make someone else beat you. But the problem is, Larry Bird didn't believe in smart money. He was the odds that he backed them down slowly, patient, methodical, feeling every shift of pressure, every angle, every desperate reach. And then, when he sensed the slightest opening, he made his move.
With 8 seconds, Bird on the drive, the runner is good again. You're seeing
One spin, a bump, a lean. 2 defenders who never stood a chance. And the ball, floating softly over both of them, like it always knew where it belonged. No wasted motion. No wasted words. Just fundamentals executed so perfectly it almost felt unfair. Bird wasn't athletic in the way most stars were. He didn't need to jump over you. He just needed to get you leaning. One twitch too far, one arm a few inches out of position, and that was enough. He'd take advantage without hesitation. It was all footwork, timing, and feel, the kind of precision that didn't rely on luck, but on thousands of reps, perfect reads, and a level of understanding that most players never even approached. Larry Bird didn't need to score to humiliate you. Sometimes he could take over a game without saying a word, just by moving the ball faster than your defense, faster than your instincts, faster than your mind could process. Fast break opportunity. Most players see a dozen choices flash through their heads. Do I lay it in? Do I pull up? Do I go for the highlight? But Bird? He already had his answer before the ball even touched his hands.
Played by Ainge on a switch, and Larry Bird is...
The ball touches his hands for maybe half a second, just long enough to redirect it with a no-look flick straight into a cutting teammate's path for the easy finish. The defense froze. They never saw it coming. The crowd didn't even react right away because they weren't sure what they just witnessed. That's how fast it happened. That's how clean it was. It wasn't showboating. It was timing. Precision. Feel. Bird made passes like that look effortless, but they were anything but. They were the product of a mind that saw the court like a chessboard, every defender just another piece to move out of position. He wasn't reacting, he was predicting, calculating. Creating. It was the kind of play that made you hit rewind, and then hit it again. Most players wait for the offense to make a mistake. Larry Bird manufactured them. His defense wasn't built on vertical contests or highlight blocks. It was built on anticipation, on reading the floor like a novel he'd already written. The other team sets up, trying to flow into their motion offense. Nothing fancy. But Larry notices something, a lazy pass, a weak dribble, the slightest pause, and the moment it happens he's gone. He jumps the passing lane like he'd been waiting all game for that exact frame, that single instant where instinct and opportunity collide.
28 seconds, Bird, slap pass to Archibald.
Bird read the pass before it even left the hand. One step, one reach, clean pick. And then he was gone. No hesitation, with no one to pass to and no need for flair, it was just him, the ball, and a clear runway to the rim. He took it coast to coast with that stiff, straight-ahead stride, like he was jogging through a walkthrough instead of torching another defense. Then a soft kiss off the glass. Simple. Efficient. Deadly. He didn't look back. Didn't flex. Didn't even speed up. Because when you already know how the play ends, there's no reason to rush. It wasn't just a steal. It was a prediction. And that fast break? That was the punchline. It looked ordinary, until you realized almost no one else in the game could do it. No wasted motion. No highlight chasing. Just pure basketball intellect wrapped in simplicity. And that's what made it sting for everyone else. While they were still reacting to the turnover, Larry had already scored, and moved on like it never happened. Some players get hot. Larry Bird went nuclear. It became one of the greatest single-game scoring performances in NBA history. 60 points, scored every way imaginable. Threes, post-ups, foul line fadeaways. Left hand, right hand, didn't matter. The Hawks tried everything. Rotations, doubles, desperation, prayer. None of it mattered. Bird wasn't just hot, he was untouchable. By that point, he wasn't looking for good looks. He was creating moments, putting on a show. And then came this one.
But the Kemper Open will update that story for you. On the turnover, Bird with a runner.
He fades, twisting midair, body off balance, momentum pulling sideways, and still buries it. It was the kind of shot you don't even try and practice. But for Larry that night, it was just another bucket on the way to 60. And the worst part? The Hawks bench lost it. Their own guys were doubled over, laughing, falling out of their seats because they knew it was hopeless. They weren't just watching a hot streak. They were watching greatness unfold in real time, and there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. That wasn't domination. That was demoralization. And Bird did it with a grin, a shrug, and another jumper through the net, like he was just out for a morning shoot-around. Some players beat you with speed, others with power. Larry Bird? He beat you with patience, and just enough disrespect to make you wish he'd dunked it instead. The ball swings to him on the wing. Nothing fancy, just Bird, his defender, and 18 feet of hardwood. The defender's in position, textbook stance, hands up, moving his feet. Looks like he's done everything right. But with Larry Bird, playing honest defense was just another way to get embarrassed.
Bird, they want him to keep scoring too.
Bird takes the jumper and hits it again. Bird has 54.
One pump fake. The defender bites like it's his first day in the league. Bird casually steps through and lays it in, untouched, unbothered, unfazed. No celebration. No trash talk. Just a slow backpedal, and that look, the one that says, "That's the best you've got?" This wasn't just another scoring move. It was a film room classic. The kind of clip that has coaches shaking their heads the next morning and teammates trying not to laugh. Because Larry didn't need to blow by you. He just needed you to think he might. And once you left your feet, he made sure you regretted it before you even landed. That there's a certain panic that comes with guarding Larry Bird on the block. Not because you don't know what's coming, but because you do. He's not trying to fool you. He's trying to execute something so perfectly that even when you expect it, you still can't stop it. The ball drops into Bird in the mid-post. His defender crouches low, feet wide, locked in. He knows what's next. The scouting report says, "Stay grounded, don't bite on the shoulder, fake, beat him to the spot." But standing in front of Larry Bird isn't about reading the scouting report. It's about surviving it. You can play textbook defense, perfect stance, perfect angles, and it still won't matter. Because Larry had a way of creating space that wasn't taught. It was felt that he doesn't rush. He waits, feels the pressure on his back, shifts just enough to sell the fake, then spins into the lane like it's a routine drill.
Bird, great up fake.
The spin was tight. The fade was clean. The contact was obvious. And the shot, pure. Straight through the net like it never had a chance to miss. He didn't just make the bucket. He drew the foul, stared straight through the defender, and let the silence say everything. This wasn't luck. This was punishment, delivered slowly. That was Larry at his meanest. No yelling. No flexing. Just spinning away from the double and burying a jumper in someone's face. The kind of play that makes coaches stop calling for help. Because what's the point? You send one, he scores. You send two, he embarrasses you. It's the kind of moment that doesn't always make the highlight reels. No buzzer, no trash talk. Just vintage Larry Bird. Reading. Reacting. Ripping your heart out before you even realize it's gone. Then another sequence, classic Bird. He reads the passing lane, jumps it like he saw it 5 seconds before it happened. Because he probably did. One clean steal and he's off. No coast-to-coast explosion. No dramatic dunk. Just that steady, effortless glide into the lane and a perfect finish off the glass. A play so smooth it felt more like a warm-up drill than a live possession.
Giving away 3 inches to Bird, who's trying to post him up through the foul. Yes!
Every step was deliberate. Every motion under control. Because Bird wasn't playing fast, he was playing right. While other players thrived on chaos during the break, Bird brought calm. He made it look effortless. And that's what made it so devastating. When Larry beat you, it didn't just sting, it stayed with you. Every great player gets blocked. It happens. But what separates the greats from the legends is how they respond. Late in the game. Crowd on edge. The Celtics needing a bucket. And of course, the ball finds Larry. He makes his move, slow, deliberate, confident. Rises for the shot, and this time it doesn't go as planned. Someone meets him at the rim. Clean block. For just a second, momentum tilts. The arena inhales. It's one of those moments that feels like a shift, until you remember who's still on the floor.
Broken up, there's Bird again. Larry Bird with a steal. Henderson back to Bird.
Bird didn't jog back. He didn't complain. He got back into it. He snatched the ball right back like it owed him money and zipped a pass to a teammate. You don't teach that. You don't draw it up. That was instinct, hunger, and spite all in one possession. Most players get blocked and shrink. Bird got blocked and got even immediately. It was never about the miss. It was about the recovery. And for Larry, that recovery turned a bad play into a highlight and turned the opposing team into a cautionary tale. Larry Bird didn't care about being flashy. He cared about being better and making sure you knew it. Every dribble, every shot, every glance told you one thing. This man was in complete control. He didn't need speed. He didn't need hops. What he had was timing, grit, and a basketball mind sharper than anyone he shared the court with. He didn't just beat you. He dismantled you slowly, purposefully, and quietly. He turned the game into theater and everyone else into extras. And when he talked, it wasn't trash. It was truth with a countdown. These weren't just highlights. They were warnings, snapshots of a player who saw the game clearer, felt it deeper, and played it cleaner than anyone else. He'd steal it, score it, spin you around, and smile, walking back like it was nothing. Because to Larry it was nothing. Just another night, just another victim, just another spot on the highlight reel. So, if you were lucky enough to see him play, and if you weren't, well, now you do. That was Larry Bird. He was cold when it mattered, clever in every moment, and ruthless in the way only legends can be. Bird didn't jog back. He didn't throw his hands up or shake his head. He just got back into it. One heartbeat later, he ripped the ball right back like it owed him money and fired a dart to a teammate for the bucket. You don't teach that. You don't diagram that. That's instinct, hunger, and spite all in one possession. Most players get blocked and fade out. Bird got blocked and got even, immediately. It was never about the miss, it was about the answer. And for Larry, the answer was always the same: win the play anyway. That recovery turned a bad moment into a highlight and turned the other team into a lesson. Because Larry Bird didn't chase flash, he chased control. Every dribble, every shot, every stare said the same thing. I run this. That he didn't need speed. He didn't need bounce. What he had was timing, grit, and a mind that saw the floor like a map he'd already drawn. He didn't just beat you, he dismantled you, piece by piece, until all that was left was respect. That he turned basketball into theater and everyone else into extras. And when he talked, it wasn't trash. It was truth, delivered early with a built-in countdown. These weren't just highlights. They were warnings. Proof of a player who saw clearer, felt deeper, and played cleaner than anyone else. That he'd steal it, score it, spin you around, and smile on his way back down the court, like he hadn't just ruined your night. Because to Larry, he hadn't. It was just business, just another night. Just another victim. Just another entry in the legend of Larry Bird, cold when it mattered, clever in every moment, and ruthless in the way only true legends can be. Would you like me to format this whole sequence, from the first paragraph you shared about Bird's disrespectful greatness to this finale, into one polished, flowing narrative essay? It would read like a professional sports feature or short film script narration.
It's blocked! And Seasting hit it off of a Detroit player. No, it is. Here's a disparity in the call. They're going to give the ball to Detroit.